buddy. Oh my god. Yeah, sorry I'm late. Like, I literally... And now things are falling. I literally just bought a new mouse yesterday. No, I didn't want to click that. Nope. Oh, wait, is this better? Is this better? Yep. Ugh. Alrighty. Walking my dog in the pouring rain with an umbrella right now? Oof. Did you get a haircut? Yes, I did, actually. I was finally able to get a haircut. And I actually feel, decent. I actually feel I actually feel half decent. So yeah. Christian haircut cast. That's reaching. Oh wait, oops. I am a little bit out of focus. Hold on a second. There we go. Alright, how are we all doing today? How are you all doing today? The haircut's fire? Thank you. Been able to watch more movies lately? Yes, I have. Most recently, if you saw my review, which a lot of people did not see this newest video, but I most recently reviewed Iron Lung, Markiplier's new movie, which sadly no one has watched. No one has left only 2 people have commented, and it's like the 10th, and out of my top 10 most recent uploads, this one is the one that's performing the least well. No one's watching my video. Luann Gabriel says, this weekend is my birthday. Well, happy birthday, Luann. You should do more movie reviews. I really want to. I'm going to try to do that. Last week, I watched all the comic book movies from last year. I watched the vid. Yay. But yeah, guys. Yeah. And God, think about it. Markiplier's first film, Iron Lung, made over $21 million in its opening weekend. That's crazy. Even if it's not number 1. The fact that it's number 2 at the box office, is really impressive. Have you seen Daredevil? If you're talking about the movie with Ben Affleck, yes. I don't think it's very good. I think it's very much trying to be. It's very much 2000s edgy comic book movie kind of thing. It's kind of dumb. Although I will say, the casting is pretty good though. The casting is pretty good, especially Michael Clarke Duncan as Kingpin. Oh my god, he was so perfect in that role. Did you see the top 3 movies at the box office are horror movies? I see what you did there. Yesterday I saw the Grammys. Oh yeah, I didn't watch the Grammys because I don't know that much about music and whatnot, but I do know that Sinners won a couple of them. Okay, granted, One Battle for Another was probably not eligible for any of them this year. Maybe next year, but not this year. So I'm just like, hi Sinners, hi. And Sinners won Best Score. Hell yeah, I'm really happy about that, as it deserves to. Yes, Spielberg did achieve EGOT status. Now, apparently there was some confusion because, the Tonys, are very vague about who won an award but not won an award. But apparently, I think it was Variety confirmed with the Tonys that Steven Spielberg was included as one of the, like, I don't know if it's like et mal or et al or whatever it is, but basically I'm assuming it's like an etc. kind of thing in some play winning a Tony for best play or whatever. So Steven Spielberg has achieved EGOT status. He is the GOAT for a reason. We love Steven Spielberg. Tiana Taylor lost an award though. Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't know. DGA coming up soon. Yeah, we're going to really hope that Coogler can squeeze out a win, even though it's probably going to be Paul Thomas Anderson. But it's not impossible for there to be like a big upset for Ryan Coogler. But again, I don't know. He won a Tony for producing a play he helped partially fund. Yeah. Yeah, Pete will win, but if Coogler wins, holy shit. If Coogler wins, it's done. You cannot make any other argument. Like, Sinners will be locked in for Best Picture at that point. And if it does, we will all say, "Hi, Sinners, hi!" Upset Guillermo del Toro wins DGA. That would be crazy if that happened. Like, that would be like even then, Ben Affleck for Argo was like sweeping everywhere up until then. Have you heard about Sundance? Josephine is looking to be a huge player for next year's Oscars. Yeah, I'm going to keep my eye out for that. I've not been really paying much attention to Sundance or what's going on right now because I'm so focused on trying to watch movies from last year. So, Also, I just realized, since I have watched a lot of movies, like probably enough movies from 2025, I think what I might try to do is maybe sometime this week, I will put out my top 10 best movies of 2025 video. And hopefully you all go see it and share it and hype it and like it and comment on it. Because I do like making top 10 lists and I do want to do more top 10 lists. So hopefully that does well. Yeah, hoping Coogler wins DGA. Oh my god, I would be so happy if he did. I'd be so happy if Ryan Coogler won. On one hand, I finally watched Hamnet, and now am missing the international features. On the other hand, Arco is going to be a pain in the ass for me because it's not really near me. Yeah, Arco is one that I have still not seen yet. It's nowhere to be found. So, yeah. I'm curious if Josephine can be a strong Best Picture contender. I don't know about how strong it will be because it's still a rather small film, but it could probably still get in off of like screenplay and some acting awards. Heck yeah, I've been killing for a top 10 of 2025. Not literally. I have a feeling a more indie or international film will win Best Picture next year. I don't know. It's really hard to tell because you don't know where the wind is blowing. I am looking out for Wild Horse 9. Currently, that's my #1 prediction for next year. Because it's Martin McDonagh, and let's face it, you know, Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, and Banshees of Inisherin were probably #2 for Best Picture in those years. And I know people are saying, Banshees of Inisherin, why was that #2? It's like, look, if you took away Everything Everywhere All at Once, what would Banshees of Inisherin win? Well, it would win original screenplay. Barry Keoghan would probably win supporting actor. Carrie Condon would win supporting actress. And at that point, it's like, why wouldn't it win Best Picture at that point? So it's, yeah. And early release don't usually do well. Yeah, again, I think it's fair to put Josephine maybe in your predictions lower down in the 10. But do I think it's going to win? I don't think so. It's probably going to be more like a Past Lives kind of thing. What do you think is the most surprising this had Oscar buzz movie of this year? I wasn't too shocked over Wicked, although to be fair, Wicked, like, I thought would get some nominations, like costumes and makeup and visual effects. Like, I thought it would get something. But yeah, like, I think another, what was one that I was really sure would happen, but didn't? Oh yeah, like, I think I had, oh yeah, Jay Kelly. That was one I was really shocked at. Like, I was like the fact that Jay Kelly went nowhere. I think that was one that I really tried to call early on because it was Noah Baumbach. But man, no one was having it with Jay Kelly at that point. No one. Or at least by the end of the day. And it won the Globes over Everything Everywhere All at Once. Yeah, so, yeah. I don't think Josephine can find in the screenplay right now. We got Wild Horse 9, Digger, Jesse Eisenberg's new film, I Love Boosters, Fjord, Entertainment System is Down, Jack of Spades, Disclosure Day. I think you could fit in Josephine in there. Like, I think I would right now put it in over I Love Boosters. Here's the thing about Digger. I'm not quite sure how that's going to turn out because, yeah, it's just Alejandro Gonzalez Iñárritu. But let's face it, like, Bardo was very odd. Bardo was very, like, that was one where, like, what? So it's like, I don't know. Jesse Eisenberg's new film, I mean, yeah, he did do A Real Pain, but he also did do a previous film that didn't really get very good reviews. Entertainment System is Down. I just don't know if, like, Ruben Östlund's gonna repeat like that. I don't think so. Usually the, like, I don't know. So yeah, I don't know. Have you seen the Michael or the Devil Wears Prada 2 trailers? I've not seen the Devil Wears Prada 2 trailer. Also, I have not seen the original Devil Wears Prada, so, I have seen the Michael trailer. I'm still not very convinced that that's going to be a Best Picture thing, because, mainly because of the director, Antoine Fuqua. Like, he has not made anything that's been Best Picture adjacent. Like, even Training Day, I don't think would have gotten in, like, a year of 10. Like, it was just not getting, like, anything other than acting nominations, really. And definitely not any Best Picture nominations. So, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I do think it's probably going to get in for makeup, because, like, the work they did on Coleman Domingo to make him look like Michael Jackson's father, like, when you actually look at pictures of Michael Jackson's dad and compare him to Coleman Domingo in the movie, it is uncanny how much he looks like Michael's dad. So I think makeup could definitely happen. Now again, we'll have to see how everything goes, but I'm just not really banking on the idea of Michael happening. I mean, look at what we did with Springsteen Deliver Me From Nowhere. We thought that would happen. Because we were like, oh, well, a complete unknown. But then it turns out, oh, wait, the filmmaker was just not very consistent. He never really made any big Best Picture films. And especially with someone like Antoine Fuqua, who's very hit or miss with his movies, I just don't know if we can do this. And I know people will try to say, well, what about Bohemian Rhapsody? It's like, Brett Ratner had made very acclaimed films in the past. Like, people really love X-Men, X2, X-Men United, and Days of Future Past, but more importantly, he made The Usual Suspects, which won original screenplay, and by winning original screenplay, you have to say it would make Best Picture in a lineup of 10. Because, again, like, in the expanded Best Picture era, starting in 2009, like, every single film that won a screenplay Oscar was nominated for Best Picture. Like, when you expand the lineup past 5, you don't win screenplay if you're not winning Best Picture, if you're not in Best Picture. So, yeah. I'm curious about if Michael could be a big Best Picture contender. If it is a mega hit with good audience scores, I could see a certain point of the Academy pushing for it. We'll have to see, but I have my doubts. I think Jay Kelly dropped because Sentimental Value covers a similar premise about Hollywood in a more sympathetic light. I think it's also just like Jay Kelly is just like very full of itself. It's like, eh. Do you see the London Film Critics Circle Awards winners? Chalamet and Buckley won, but Penn, there's a spider. I'm going to put him over there because I know, like, here. Look, like, just grab onto the thing. Here. There you go. Never kill spiders, kids. Don't kill spiders. Anyways, what was I about to say? But Penn, Skarsgård wasn't nominated. Madigan won in supporting. Wait, Penn won supporting? Madigan wasn't even nominated at BAFTA. Yeah, it's so strange. I'm convinced Michael is going to be like Bohemian Rhapsody. I just need to see more evidence of that. I need to see more evidence of that. Hello, Mainline Productions. Bryan Singer hasn't done an Oscar adjacent thing since 95 before Bohemian Rhapsody, but it was still an Oscar thing. I mean, yeah, but that's the thing. Bryan Singer made at least a Best Picture thing. He made a Best Picture thing. Or like, yeah, and yeah, the usual suspects wasn't nominated for Best Picture, but it would have been nominated for Best Picture if there were 10. Antoine Fuqua hasn't had anything like that. I genuinely, Training Day, I don't think would have made Best Picture in a lineup of 10. It just wasn't getting Best Picture nominations anywhere, and no one was really considering it for such. Like, the second act of Wicked is the final act, Dune controversial, or no? I think I've heard that Dune Messiah is kind of weird, but at the same time, I do trust Denis Villeneuve will adapt it in a way that is digestible, because that's just kind of the filmmaker he does. Michael just looks like Golden Globes heaven. Don't be so sure about that, because it's not the new Globes. If this were the old Globes, oh, totally, yeah, definitely. But the new Globes, I don't know, they have a very different taste. The thing about the London Film Critics Circle aren't really accurate. Oh. What I'm really looking for is Fjord. Bohemian Rhapsody made like $800 million. I think Michael could make that look like rookie numbers. Maybe, but at the same time, I don't know. Just because you make a lot of money doesn't mean you're automatically a Best Picture lock. Also, I will say, we will have a goal today. We will have a goal. If we can get 10, yeah, if we can get, because one thing we do need to try to get some, so we do need to get memberships up, because people haven't, renewed their memberships from the gifted memberships. So, can we get 10 super chats? We'll see. In about, 10 super chats in about an hour or so. I like the idea of best scoring, adaptation, or original song score category, but I realized if it existed this year, then Snow White and Hurry Up Tomorrow would be shortlisted. I don't really think we need, an adapted score or adapted song thing. It's I don't think we need that. It's not really, much of a priority, really, in terms of score. But yeah. And maybe nominated. I don't think Snow White would be nominated. I don't think so. Michael for Cinematic and Box Office Achievement Award at the Golden Globes. Yeah, that's probably gonna happen, maybe. Hello. Michael, $1 billion or even $2 billion easily? I don't know about easily. I mean, especially $2 billion. That's a really high bar to make. Or a really high bar to clear. I don't know. I am very curious about it, though. But, yeah. I really like Golden, but I'm tired of that being the only song they do, and I Lied to You should win the Oscar. Here's the thing. If Golden does win the Oscar, I'm not going to be upset. I would prefer I Lied to You, but I've heard worse songs. There are worse songs that have won Best Original Song. It can't be as bad as Fight for You from Judas and the Black Messiah. And look, I love that movie. But that song is the most forgettable song I've ever seen win this category. Good God, man. I like that new haircut. Thanks. Oh, wait, I just realized. I could also, oops. I'm going to put up the Oscar nominees. Keep Up Demon Hunters is getting the Frozen treatment. Maybe. Again, I still think there is a chance Sinners could win song. If it, but however, I think we would need to see an unprecedented strength. Yo! Thank you so much for the Canadian $10, MTV Europe. Thank you for the wonderful channel, but I am the only one who thinks that Sinners and Sentimental Value are overrated. My favorite is Hamnet, rooting for it. That sucks. I really wish you loved Sinners. But hey, Hamnet is is really great. That is a great film. And again, everyone, give MTV Europe some give their message a like, and also Put in those blue Hannahcast heart emojis. We wanna show some love for the support of the channel. Everyone, if you're a member, put in those Hannahcast emojis. Let's go. But yeah, I think Michael will be at least number 2 for highest grossing music biopics. I mean, yeah, probably, maybe. I'm very curious about what the box office is going to be for it. Yeah, I'm very curious too. I will say, if it does make a lot of money, no. If it does get very strong reviews and I'm just wrong, and the critics end up really, really liking it, then yeah, $1 billion may actually happen. Where are you from the States? North Carolina? No, West Virginia. What nominations do you think Michael could get without Best Picture? Makeup, easily. Like I will say, Michael, makeup, okay, because here's the thing, Wicked for Good, yeah, that inexplicably missed makeup, but it literally got shut out of every single category. It got shut out of every single category. So I think what's gonna end up happening. What am I saying? Okay, no, Wicked for Good was shut out of every single category. I don't think they're just gonna do that for Michael. At bare minimum, makeup is happening. Then I could see, because if we're talking about without Best Picture, and it also depends on how good the reviews are. Costume design could probably happen. I don't know about Best Sound. Best Sound would be, I don't know. Because that is a little bit closely tied to Best Picture. Or at least better acclaim. So yeah, at least makeup is the one I'm very confident in. No matter what happens, I think makeup would happen. Random, but I saw it was just an accident last weekend, and it was great. Rob of a Best Picture nom for Fuck One. Yeah, I know exactly. It was just an accident. Really should have been nominated for Best Picture. It so deserved it. I could see it getting PGA, then likely securing a blockbuster slot. Okay, but to be fair, we can't just go out. And here's the thing. Yes, I know we just had F1. But that was the one time where there was a lone, where there was a lone F1, a lone PGA film that got into Best Picture. That does not happen a lot. That just does not happen a lot. That is the exception, not the rule. We can't make F1 as the rule. No, that is the exception. I don't think they're just going to do Michael just because it's a blockbuster. Sound on paper looks like a possible winner, but here's the problem. I feel like Michael would only win best sound if it's in Best Picture, because you look at the expanded era for Best Picture, you basically need to be in Best Picture in order to win a sound Oscar. Because even Skyfall, which that technically won sound editing, despite that not being in Best Picture, it tied that award with Best Picture nominee Zero Dark 30. So technically the rule still kind of stood that year. And I guarantee you, in a year of just Best Sound, they would not have given Skyfall Best Sound the win. Skyfall is probably number 10. I don't know. You still got Moonrise Kingdom. I think Moonrise Kingdom would probably have happened because it got a screenplay nomination, and people thought that could get into Best Picture. Look at F1 again. F1 is the exception, not the rule. Just because F1 did it doesn't mean other movies do it. No. Do you think Edward Norton will ever win an Oscar? Probably, maybe. He should. He's one of the best. I mean, I think he'll probably win an Oscar one of these days. Wicked and Avatar wasn't in Best Picture, so F1 made sense as the blockbuster pick. But again, I don't think people are just going throughout their ballot saying, I'm going to vote for this because it's a blockbuster. I think that's working backwards. You can't really think about it like that. I think ultimately why F1 got into Best Picture was because they did not watch, it was just an accident. And I think like Neon basically kind of fucked the campaign for that film in the end. And so like, and there just was not other, there really was no other real alternative. Dune and the Odyssey are there for sound. Yeah, that is true. Dune and the Odyssey. Right now, I think the best bet right now is to go with Dune winning sound. So yeah. If not, Endgame would have gotten Best Picture. No, F1 would have. No, no. There's no world where Avengers Endgame would get into Best Picture. I think the reason why F1 happened was because there wasn't a big blockbuster happening during the season, like in the past couple years. Again, that's not how voters work. They don't vote for something because it's a blockbuster. I just do not think that's gonna. I just don't think that's gonna happen. No. I don't think that's just not how. I just don't think that's how they do things. If I Love Boosters gets in the Best Picture, does it get original screenplay and does it get in over Josephine? I mean, I don't know. I just don't think I Love Boosters is going to get in. I just feel like it's going to be a lot like Sorry to Bother You, which is another Boots Riley film, and where it was just like a comedy that people liked. And I was like, oh yeah, but it doesn't really go anywhere. I just kind of get that feeling with this. I think the Odyssey could be in a position where it doesn't win Best Picture, but it wins a bunch of under-the-line wins, like below-the-line wins. Yeah, I could probably see that too, like, probably like Dunkirk. What is even considered a blockbuster? I've seen people say that Sinners is a blockbuster, and others said that it's not. It is a blockbuster. It is. It basically is. Not sure if you've noticed, Mr. Hannahcast, but a lot of pundits like Clayton Davis and a few on the next Best Picture team are predicting Ryan Coogler to win DGA and then overtake PTA in director and picture. Thoughts? I will say, it is interesting that we're starting to slowly see this shift in predictions. And also, keep in mind, Clayton Davis did go on to Jennifer Hudson's show recently to talk about the Oscar nominations, and he said that he's predicting Sinners to win Best Picture right in front of everybody. And I'm wondering if is he putting that thought in people's heads? I mean, wow. Will Iron Lung get nominated for anything in any award show next year? Not the major ones. No, probably not. Boots Riley's movies are too weird for the Oscars. Probably, yeah. I think that maybe Sinners could win production design. No, that's going to Frankenstein. That is going to The moment Frankenstein was locked in for Best Picture, it was like solidly winning production design. Easily. Sinners is a blockbuster, but not a blockbuster film. There's a difference. Tomato. I mean, eh. I think Marty Supreme could still pull off a Best Picture. Nope. Come on, man. Come on. It's no. No, you can't. No, it's like the only films winning any Best Picture awards right now are like really, essentially the only films winning Best Picture in the critics groups are One Battle After Another and Sinners. Those are the only ones winning anything. Those are the only two that's winning Best Picture, Director, and they are full-handedly sweeping original screenplay and adapted screenplay. It's just, there is no way that, you know, there's no way Marty Supreme is happening. Come on. Like, I know you didn't like Sinners, and I don't know what your thoughts are on One Battle After Another, but come on. Marty Supreme is not happening. It is not going to win Best Picture. Absolutely not. Again, even in terms of the Oscar nominations, it underperformed. It didn't get in supporting actress. It didn't get into, like, it's just like, no, I just don't think that's happening. Will the Hannahcast Awards nominate Iron Lung for awards next year? Honestly, the only thing I might be considering giving it would be like, what? Maybe sound editing. Maybe that. I still think PTA wins DGA, but if Coogler pulls the upset at DGA, then that's definitely a major sign that's winning PGA and Best Picture at the Oscars. But we'll see. Yeah, no. If Coogler wins DGA, it's done. Like, Sinners is going to win DGA, PGA, SAG, and Writers Guild. It will completely sweep everywhere. Because that's the thing. The least likely award of the major guilds for Sinners to win would be DGA. So if he manages to win that, then, like, everything else is a cakewalk. What's your hot take winner prediction? My hot take winner prediction would probably be, and I don't like saying this because I don't want it to win this award, F1 in visual effects. I think that wins over Avatar Fire and Ash. It's in Best Picture. It's winning a couple of other techs. And I think, and given how the last, other than Ex Machina, the last time a film that was not nominated for Best Picture beat a Best Picture nominee for visual effects was, like, you have to go all the way back to the 70s. So, like, yeah, no. Sinners could upset in costumes, but Frankenstein is still winning. I could see that, like, more than production design, but, like, yeah, I could see that more than production design, like, especially since Ruthie Carter does the costumes for Sinners. They could very well give her the win for that. They very well could. Frankenstein has 3 locked to win. Maybe 4 if it's Cena for Jacob Ilorio. I have no idea. I'm not sure what you're saying. I know he's at Elordi, but if it's Cena, I'm not sure what you mean. Sorry about that. Did you see this afternoon news? Not very good. Yeah, I don't really want to talk about it here because that's just like, it's a little bit too serious for the channel, but it's not great. Yeah, the critics groups made it clear it's only those 2. Yeah, there's no way. I cannot fathom a world where Marty Supreme wins Best Picture. No, it is either going to be One Battle After Another or Sinners. Like, you cannot make any mistake about it. It is one of those 2. I'm not even sure that Hamnet wins Best Film at BAFTA. I could just see One Battle After Another winning there potentially. No, honestly, yeah. Because, like, the BAFTAs, like Paul Thomas Anderson, they gave him Best Original Screenplay for Licorice Pizza, denying Sir Kenneth Branagh an Original Screenplay win for Belfast. They went for PTA there. And not only that, but, like, the BAFTAs like how messy American politics are. Like, they longlisted The Apprentice for Best Film. That's crazy. That was in their Best Picture 10. So they like messy American politics. Well, before Critics' Choice, I had Hamnet winning screenplay. Yeah, not happening anymore. Marty Supreme is an acting vehicle, not really a contender. Yeah, it's not gonna win any, like, it's not gonna win Best Picture. Really? Markiplier won't get a Best Actor nom for the Hannahcast Awards? Come on, in a perfect world, he'd win over Tom Cruise for Digger, KJ Apa for Jimmy, and John Malkovich for Wild Horse 9 next year. Oh, yeah, I hate saying this, but Markiplier kind of is Markiplier's acting is probably the worst part of the movie. And I hate saying this because I love Markiplier, but he's not a very good actor at all. Maybe more of a hope diction of mine, because since I do not like Sinners and One Battle After Another. Yeah, but come on, that's what it is. It's a hope diction. You can't predict something just because you want it to happen. It is very obvious that it's either going to be Sinners or One Battle After Another. It's not going to be one of those other films. It's not going to be Marty Supreme. There's no way. Also, they tend to love people that don't really want things. For example, how Sean Penn can bash awards altogether and not campaign, but he still gets nominated because they love him. I mean, maybe, I don't know. They could still vote for, they still could vote like, nah, this is Avatar. No, it's Avatar, I'm voting it. I mean, maybe, but I don't know. I'm just kind of dooming right now. There's always an exception to every rule. Yes, but the problem is you can't call the exception when it happens. Like when the exception happens, when the exception happens, It's when you're not expecting it. Like, that's the problem. That's the problem with, that's the thing with Oscar predicting. It's like, people make the trap of people will make the mistake of really just kind of going for, like, what long shots they can get right, instead of going with what mostly the consensus is, and taking a couple of chances in some categories. But right here, I just don't think, but I think trying to call the exception is not very wise at times. You know, I think Hamnet wins at BAFTA, especially missing their editing category. Yeah. And also, it didn't even get casting. What film's nominated for Best Picture will go home empty-handed? Ooh, Begonia. And look, we have it right here. Begonia, I think, goes home empty-handed. F1, I think, takes editing, sound, and visual effects. By the way, tomorrow I'm going to be putting up my Oscar winners prediction. Not final Oscar winners prediction, but it's going to be up there. Frankenstein, I think, is going to win some Oscars. Hamnet's going to win at least one. Marty Supreme, Actually, no. Timmy, yeah, I think he wins. One Battle After Another is going to win at least a couple, or one. Secret Agent, yeah. Secret Agent, I actually don't have winning anything, because I have Sentimental Value winning international feature. Because unlike Emilia Perez and I'm Still Here and all that stuff, like, this is not that kind of situation. People like Sentimental Value. Like, Sentimental Value does not have, like, you know, does not have Emilia Perez backlash. So yeah, Sinners, I think, is going to win quite a few, and then Train Dreams is going to go home empty-handed. So yeah, I think the Best Picture nominated films that go home with nothing are Begonia, Secret Agent, and Train Dreams. What if PUTA and Coogler hurt someone at a precursor like Russell Crowe did at the BAFTAs many moons ago? That's the only one Battle After Another Sinners can lose. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I'm kind of not sure if they give Avatar 3 the win when it's the same VFX, but who knows. Well, no, they do new things. I'm not saying Avatar 3 doesn't deserve to win. They still do new things with the visual effects, and it's still miles ahead of whatever else of all the other visual effects today. Like, Avatar 3 does deserve to win, but will it? I don't know if it will. Really, you're predicting F1 for visual effects over Avatar? Maybe. And Train Dreams could win cinematography. I don't think it will. Yes, did Train Dreams win Critics' Choice? Sure, but also keep in mind, in the 2020s, only one film that won the Critics' Choice Award for Best Cinematography went on to win the Oscar, and that was Oppenheimer. Because think about it. Last year, they gave it to Nosferatu, and yet the Oscars gave it to The Brutalist. During the Everything Everywhere All at Once year, they gave Best Cinematography to Top Gun Maverick. The Oscars gave it to All Quiet on the Western Front and did not even nominate Top Gun Maverick. And then you have the previous year, they gave Best Cinematography to The Power of the Dog, but then the Oscars went to Dune. Then the previous year, they gave it to Nomadland. The Oscars gave it to Mank. So, Critics' Choice is not that great a predictor of cinematography these days. What about Sinners for visual effects? I'm scared about that. I'm scared about that. Previously, I said F1 had a similar Oscar nomination package to Jaws, but the thing is, Jaws had every screenplay category and directing precursor despite blanking at the Oscars in these categories. Yeah, it's just so weird how F1 got into Best Picture with 0 above-the-line support. 0. Didn't get any other Best Picture precursors other than PGA. And even, with, Ford v Ferrari, it got Best Picture at Critics' Choice, and Christian Bale made the Golden Globes and the SAG Awards. in terms of getting a nomination. So it's just, man. Matt Negley said said that a lot of high-profile cinematographers didn't like the Sinner's cinematography and criticized things like its shadowing or lighting. I don't know. Here's the thing. I don't really want to go off of what the interviews are like. What's the tea? Like, what's the tea, sis? Like, I don't know if I want to do that because the best. How do I describe it? Like, I think because I feel like I'm not like obviously. Do I think he's lying? No, I think those people are saying those things, but I think those are really, when it comes to like crazy things like that, it's like really they're the only ones that are going to be like. I feel like the craziest takes are going to be the ones that make it, you know. I think he may have just gotten a weird sample size, but yeah. I have one battle after another, winning Best Picture, Director, Supporting Actress, Adapted Screenplay, and Editing. They have a preference of what wins Best Picture and Editing, like Everything Ever All at Once, Oppenheimer, and Anora, but they didn't used to. Again, it was just kind of weird. I mean, granted, here's the thing, Everything Ever All at Once and Oppenheimer were very showy examples of editing. And with Anora, no one really knew what to do with editing back then. But so I don't know. It's just kind of, I don't know. Timmy hasn't won anything in a while. I think he's losing now. I mean, to be fair, there hasn't really been a lot of critics groups in general, really right now. So it's like I think you guys still go with Timothy right now. Brad Pitt bought the Best Picture nomination. He's a rich man. Money buys just about anything these days. No, I don't think that's the case. That's just making excuses. No. Here's the thing. Well, for one, it's like that. Like, how would he get away with that? That's the problem. How in the world would he get away with that? Like, let me show you one of the Oscar controversy, like one of the big Oscar scandals. No, oh my god, what is wrong with this thing? I need to do that. Where is it? Okay. Yeah, hold on. I needed to show you guys something because let's look at this. Look at some of these disqualifications. Let's see. 13 Hours. The Secret Soldiers of Benghazi. Sound mixer Greg P. Russell's nomination was rescinded one day before the awards when it was discovered that he had improperly contacted voters by telephone. In this case, the nominations for the other 3 nominated sound mixers were allowed to stand. Alone Yet Not Alone. The film's title song, Alone Yet Not Alone, was removed from the Best Original Song ballot after Bruce Broughton was found to have improperly contacted other members of the Academy's musical branch. This was the first time that a film was removed from a ballot for ethical reasons. So, like, if even improperly contacting people like that, like just calling people, because if I'm not mistaken, I think the Alone Yet Not Alone guy, I think he was like sending emails, like personal emails to them, to members of the music branch. If the nomination for the film could be rescinded for that, then like, in what world would Brad Pitt get away with paying off people to get the film nominated for Best Picture? And even then, there is like 11,000 voters in the Academy. I think that's just reaching a little bit. I don't think it makes any sense. People love Brad Pitt. Remember the Golden Globes a few years back when he was nominated for Babylon? Everyone was fawning over him despite the controversies. People just love him, man. I mean, yeah, I could probably see why. Maybe if you just said that, like, yeah, people love Brad Pitt. They like the movie. All right, sure. But you can't say it's because that he paid them off. There's no way he would ever get away with that. Yeah, F1 only got in because of cross-demographic appeal. It's not really hard to get. I would agree. And plus, again, it just barely squeaked by in that 10th slot. Because, again, Neon just did not handle getting, it was just an accident out there. They just didn't really put that film out there for the industry. Oh, wait. I'm going to put it back here. But in the last 10 out of 15 years, Best Picture and Editing isn't a sure thing, like Hacksaw Ridge, Dune, Mad Max, Gravity, Bohemian Rhapsody, Dunkirk, Sound of Metal. Yeah. Also, don't forget Ford v. Ferrari. Ford v. Ferrari won Best Film Editing, and yet Parasite won Best Picture. I think it got in because it's winning sound and maybe editing. I don't know if that's the reason, because like keep in mind the people voting for Best Picture are like everyone votes for Best Picture, but in terms of the editing categories and the sound categories, well, that's only voted on by editing is only voted on by the editors branch, and the sound category is only nominated by the sound branch. So I don't know. Brad Pitt seems like a decent man. He never do such a thing. Well, I don't know if I would go so far as to say decent. I mean, if the stuff that's out there about him is true, then. But what I'm saying is, I think even if he attempted to do that, even if he attempted to bribe Academy voters, there's no way he could get away with that. If even personally emailing members of the Academy is against the rules and will get your film rescinded from a nomination, it's like. There's no way something that would be like the biggest Oscar scandal ever, and I don't think that there's no way that could happen. Timmy's already showing strength with the international voters with his Globe win and the London Film Critics Circle win just yesterday, where they loved one battle after another. I believe he is winning BAFTA, but we'll see. Yeah, obviously it's not over until SAG and BAFTA say that it's over, but right now I would say that Timmy's still the frontrunner. I think it's still wise to go. It's wise to go with Timmy until someone breaks the mold. What are you munching on? Pringles. If Timmy wins AACTA, that's what the international support is there. I think I don't even know what that is. I think it's just safe to assume Timmy will probably win BAFTA and SAG. We'll have to see, but yeah. I had a dream in which I wrote a movie musical with Diane Warren, which received 5 Oscar nominations. Ooh. Oh, AACTA is the Australian Oscars. Yeah, I don't know if it's I don't know if it's really that correlative, really. I think it's just safe to assume, hey, Timmy's just probably gonna win. Again, we'll see what happens at BAFTA or SAG. If BAFTA or SAG goes any other direction, pay attention. Because, that could be big, but we'll have to see. I have a feeling that Michael B. Jordan is winning SAG. I'm not predicting him to win SAG, but oh boy, oh howdy, like, do I think that's a possibility? That is absolutely a thing that could happen. Ooh, oh, watch out. You watch your ass. Like, that could happen. I'm very curious about this. I'm very curious about that. Because if Mike, again, let's just say Sinners ends up being the front runner for Best Picture. If Michael B. Jordan takes SAG, I do think he's winning the Oscar. That would be such a major shakeup. If Timmy loses SAG to Michael B. Jordan, I think he's winning the Oscar. The only one that can't win is Leo. No, Leo can win. Let's not act like there's no way he can win. He can. I'm not predicting he will happen. But to say that he can't is a little bit short-sighted. Like, we all knew Chadwick Boseman was winning that Oscar, guys. I mean, come on. Like, we all knew we knew he was gonna win. No one could take down Chadwick Boseman no one could take down Chadwick Boseman giving his final performance in a big Oscar Beatty role, in a posthumous role. Like, there's no way anything can happen. And then look what happened. Oh, that's not what I'm saying. I mean, Leo is Timothy's threat at SAG. Yeah, no. I think both Leo and Michael B. Jordan could be potential threats. Again, all it comes down to is which film is stronger. If One Battle After Another starts having a really good time, wins DGA, PGA, and all that stuff, well then, you could probably make an argument, well, I don't know, Leo could probably win, but if Sinners, especially if it wins DGA, if Ryan Coogler wins DGA, you have to, I mean, you can still go for Timothée Chalamet. I might do so as well. But you would have to entertain the possibility of Michael B. Jordan winning over Timothée Chalamet. You would have to do that. Like, that could potentially happen. I think Hawk could win, not Michael B. Jordan. Nope. That's not happening. Nope. Ethan Hawke has not, well, for one, he's not in the Best Picture nominated film, and he does not have the incredible narrative that Brendan Fraser had, and he wasn't actively making people cry in the theater. Keep in mind, no one saw Blue Moon. No one saw it. People watched The Whale. It did very well in theaters, and it made so much money where it even made PGA. I really do not think there's a world where Ethan Hawke wins. I don't think there's any world where Ethan Hawke wins Best Actor at this point. Like, no way. No way. People have said Timothy wouldn't win SAG because he won last year and no one has won SAG 2 years in a row. But if the SAG Awards existed in 1994, Tom Hanks would win back-to-back like the Oscars. Maybe, but we don't really know. We don't really know. But I think that's the problem. It's like we just haven't had an opportunity to see something like that happen before. I'm not saying DiCaprio can't win, but him losing the Globes to Chalamet, where they loved One Battle After Another, was not a good sign for him. They give to Murphy and Brody, but again, we'll see. Well, again, look at Mikey Madison. Look at Mikey Madison. Like, granted, they didn't give Honora a single Globe, but still, Honora ended up winning Best Picture, and like, she went along with it. Again, the final say in the matter is SAG and BAFTA. Like, if they both fall in line for Timmy, all right, yeah, he's winning. Even if it's just one of them that switches to Leo, that is enough to raise an alarm. What would you guys do in this scenario? If Leo won BAFTA, and BAFTA did pretty well for One Battle After Another, but Michael B. Jordan won SAG. And let's just say, for the sake of the argument, the guilds were loving Sinners a lot, like DGA, PGA, and SAG Ensemble. If Michael B. Jordan won SAG and Leo won BAFTA, which one would you go with? I'd go with Leo. It would be Michael B. Jordan. Leo wins. Michael B. Jordan, if Sinners is sweeping to that degree. Let's put up a poll, shall we? Let's put up a poll. I will put up a poll. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Because I'm not going to lie. If Sinners was sweeping to that degree, I kind of would be wondering if Sinners could actually happen. Or like if Michael B. Jordan could actually win. Oh, right now we have 16 votes. Leo at 38% and Michael B. Jordan with 62%. So in this scenario, some of you guys are really thinking Michael B. Jordan could probably win the Oscar. Which may be. Yeah, this scenario is wild. I don't think it's gonna happen. I just like thinking of fun scenarios like this. I think it's fun. One Battle After Another is winning Best Picture if Leo wins in that scenario. In this scenario, in the scenario where Sinners wins PGA, DGA, and SAG Ensemble, there's no way One Battle After Another is winning Best Picture. No way is that happening. No way. Don't forget Michael B. Jordan is in a horror movie. A horror movie that's this close to winning Best Picture, though. No, like, yeah, The Substance, Demi Moore didn't win. The Substance wasn't even like a top 5 Best Picture film. That's the problem. It wasn't even a top 5 Best Picture film. It underperformed in nominations. Sinners wins picture, PTA wins director, and still Timothy. In this scenario, I don't know. I think you'd have, in this specific scenario, you'd have to go with either Leo or Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan because it's much more of a serious role than Leo's. If Sinners sweeps the industry awards, that includes Michael B. Jordan at SAG. I'd also predict a clear sweep for Sinners at the Oscars. Oh, a clean sweep. Yeah. No, not that scenario. Oh, if One Battle After Another is winning Best Picture, yes. If One Battle After Another is winning Best Picture, I could see a world where Leo wins Best Lead Actor. Yeah. I do think the fact that we can't decide of which two are winning Best Picture is stopping the leads from gaining momentum, hence Chalamet's lead. Well, I don't know. I mean, to be fair, I also put out a really crazy scenario if this were to happen. A really crazy, unlikely scenario. Like, I'm not acting like this is going to happen. Michael B. Jordan because Leo already has one? Well, I don't know if that's a good reason because Emma Stone already had an Oscar before winning again for Poor Things. Anthony Hopkins already had an Oscar before winning for The Father. And Frances McDormand already had 2 when she won for Nomadland. So never assume the Oscars are not going to give someone an Oscar because, oh, they already have one. That's not how they view things. That is very clearly not how they do things. Best Picture, I believe, could still win like Parasite, Moonlight, and Spotlight because voting system is different, but director, no way. DGA rarely misses. Do the same with Tiana Taylor, Wunmi Masaku. Ooh, I might try to do that here in a little bit. Let's try that in a little bit. If I'm not mistaken, wasn't the last time a horror film won Best Picture back in the 90s with Silence of the Lambs? True, but when was the last time a film ever got 16 nominations at the Oscars? Oh yeah, wait, that's never happened. So it's like, eh. One battle after another could be like Birdman. If Leo doesn't have to come along with it if it wins Best Picture, it could have the same package as Birdman: Best Picture, Director, Best Screenplay, and a Tech. But the other issue is, again, if Timmy just sweeps all the way through, sure, yeah. But at the same time, so yeah, that scenario is a possibility that could happen. But I'm just saying, oh, watch out. If One Woman wins BAFTA, she basically wins the Oscar. If she wins BAFTA, she's going to win SAG easily. Because there's a lot of because SAG really loves Sinners, and so does BAFTA really, and also she's British, so she's a previous BAFTA winner. So, does voting period matter in this scenario? When does SAG ceremony take place? I think SAG happens squarely in the middle of final Oscar voting. So it's not like the previous years where voting was basically like over or close to being over. Like, a lot of people will not have submitted their ballots yet, I'm assuming. Yeah, Oscar voting was over by SAG last year. Yeah. This year it's not quite the same. Who is an actor you'd like to see get an Oscar nomination in the near future? I've been saying this for ages. Jim Carrey. Put him in a meaty role. Put him in a good role that gives him something really big to do. Like, wouldn't that be just so cool to see Jim Carrey finally have his moment after the Oscars have just constantly just disrespect? Like, the fact that he didn't get Oscar nominated for The Truman Show or Man on the Moon or Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, it's like, what were they thinking? "16 noms is not misleading. It is literally the second most important film in the Oscars history, beating films like All About Eve, Titanic, and La La Land, all Best Picture winners, plus possible winner." Yeah, La La Land was definitely number 2. I don't see how they pull that and not give it Best Picture, especially with PGA looking to be in Sinner's favor. Probably. That kind of makes sense to me. Sean Baker and now Josh Safdie are both nominated for producing, writing, directing, and editing on Nora and Marty Supreme, respectively. Ooh. Sonic 4 Best Supporting Actor. Oh my god, if only. Jim Carrey did have some meaty roles in The Truman Show and Eternal Sunshine. The Academy just doesn't like him. Maybe, but it also has been a long time. Maybe this new Academy, like, 'cause keep in mind, it's, like, hasn't, like, the Academy's membership, like, more than doubled over the past, like, many, many years. Especially since 2004. I can't imagine. Like, I have to assume, like, if Jim Carrey was in, like, a big Best Picture film, and he was, like, given, like, a bit, hell, even if it's, like, a big supporting role, I could see a world where people go, oh yeah, Jim Carrey, he hasn't gotten his moment yet, you know? I would love to see that happen in one of these days. He should have won for both The Truman Show and Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I will say, I'm not surprised he didn't win. I mean, granted, he wasn't nominated, obviously, but the man who did win Best Lead Actor that year was Jamie Foxx for Ray. And look, I'll be real, I'm not upset that Jamie Foxx won for that. Like, god damn, like, he was good in that movie. Like, that is one of the rare musical biopic performances where he didn't sing, But I would still give him the Oscar for it anyway, because usually I'm not all for that. It's like, look, if you're going to get someone to play someone in a musical biopic, have them sing. Like, that was my issue with, like, Rami Malek winning Best Lead Actor, and why I didn't really want Viola Davis to win Best Actress for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. It's like, but a lot of the performance is singing, and they're not even doing that. But Jamie Foxx does so much acting in the movie. He's doing so much with his performance physically, where it, like, that kind of transcends the fact that he doesn't sing. So it's like, all right, yeah, Jamie Foxx can win for that. So I'm not surprised. I can't really speak on The Truman Show because I haven't seen, like, I'm trying to think of who won. Like, who won that year? I'm trying to remember who won the Oscar that year for Best Lead Actor. So I can't really quite say that that person. Oh wait, no, it was Roberto. Oh yeah, it was Roberto Benigni for. It was Roberto Benigni for Life is Beautiful. I've not seen Life is Beautiful, so I can't say that Jim Carrey should have won over him because I have not seen that film. So yeah, I want to be fair. I want to be fair here. The only thing it missed was Infinity, really. I don't know. Like, it also missed makeup, and it did very well at the Makeup Guild Awards. So, ugh. Wait, I found a really good question. What would you pick for Best Picture if One Battle After Another wins DGA and BAFTA and SAG? No. What would you pick for Best Picture if One Battle After Another wins DGA and BAFTA and Sinners wins SAG, Ensemble, and PGA? Easily PGA, because it would still have PGA, Writers Guild, and SAG. I don't even care the fact that One Battle After Another wins BAFTA. Who cares? BAFTA actively does not go with who wins the Oscar. That's just been like a thing that they do. They actively go against who ends up winning the Oscar. So BAFTA's not even like a concern for me. What I would predict is, well, it looks like PTA is going to win director and screenplay, but Sinners is going to be the big Best Picture winner that year. So yeah. He could be like Melissa McCarthy in Bridesmaids. Jim Carrey? Maybe, but I think we would, I think at this point maybe we'd need to see like a biopic performance from him. Oh wait, Alfonso Cuarón also ties this record for Roma as a producer, director, writer, and cinematographer. Oh yeah, that is true. He could have been in there for editing, but however, he was not nominated for editing. Do you have a members stream planned? Yes. When we start ending this stream, I will go on. I will switch this to a members stream. For us to just hang out for about an hour more, and yeah, but that's gonna be a while. If there's any hope for Jim Carrey, then it might be because of Tom Cruise. Really? I'm curious. Infinity should have stayed in supporting, where in my opinion she belonged. Going lead was a mistake because Regina Hall didn't even get nominated anywhere. Yeah. Although to be fair, Infinity did get close. She got nominated at every precursor. It just so happened that the Oscars was, her biggest... was her biggest hurdle. Let me ask everyone who thinks Infinity is supporting a little question. Do you think the same about Lily Gladstone? No. Lily Gladstone, you could actually make a legitimate argument that she was a lead. All right, you could legitimately make an argument that they were a lead in Killers of the Flower Moon. Yes, Leonardo DiCaprio was the lead, but you could still make a good argument that Lily Gladstone was still a lead of the film. They were in a lot of the movie, and yeah, sure, there was a point where they kind of disappeared for a bit, but their presence in the film was still very, very strong. Whereas I think it was very obvious that Chase Infinity was a supporting character in the film, especially considering she had less screen time than Sean Penn, who was in supporting actor. Like, I think you could make an argument for Lily Gladstone being supporting, sure, but again, I think it's a little bit more. It's more obvious Chase Affinity's case. Whereas Lily Gladstone, you can make a good argument for that. Hell, even I would make that argument. I would make an argument that Lily Gladstone was a lead actress in Killers of the Flower Moon. Who do you think had the best performance in one battle after another? Man, it's tough, because, like, on one hand, do I think Sean Penn maybe gives the best performance? Sure, but I would also not give him an Oscar nomination because he's transphobic. That's the only time where, like, narratives do matter for me. Like, I'm not gonna nominate someone if they're, like, an actual, like, garbage person, you know? And look, and I'm not saying, like, it's like, yeah. Like, it's sort of like why I would not give Mel Gibson an Oscar nomination for director for Hacksaw Ridge, because, you know, he's, like, really racist and sexist and And then there's also Roman Polanski, and I'm not even going to touch, I'm not even going to discuss what he did. So, like, for me, that's the only time where narrative matters for me. If someone's, like, actually, like, has, like, really shitty views or does really horrible things. Granted, I'm not saying Sean Penn is, like, equivalent to Roman Polanski. Definitely not. But the transphobia thing, that's too much for me. So, Gladstone's character does nothing in the film. She only coexists and barely moves the story. Oh, no. Oh, I would so disagree with that. What? You gotta be crazy. What? Like, Gladstone's character is very important to the story. Yeah, you could make an argument that, you know, Gladstone's character is not the #1 central figure in the film, but there's a lot of the movie, especially considering that her character is the one that has to figure everything out, like putting the pieces together and starts slowly distrusting her husband and all that. It's like, in what world is her character not important? Like, that's crazy. If anything, I would just say that's just not true. Her character is absolutely important to Killers of the Flower Moon. After a second viewing, it was Tiana for me. Penn's performance actually got worse for me somehow, and I thought he was good in the first viewing. Oh. Oh, what's up? Hello, Awards Garage. Driving at a stoplight, saying hi. Hello, just saw send help, and in a just world, we would be talking about Rachel McAdams for awards later this year. Well, to be fair, we don't even know what the competition is like, so, like, yeah. But, yeah, everyone say hi to Awards Garage. Hi. Yes, but the Oscars are for Best Actor, not Best Human. Okay, but again, what? Do you really think I should give, like, even though this is a director we're talking about, you really think we should be giving Roman Polanski an Oscar? Even back then, people knew why he couldn't come into the United States? I'm sorry, there's kind of that kind of sends a message. So, no, I don't care. Like, I don't care if, like, yes, mostly narrative shouldn't matter. But this is a case, especially, like, when someone's, has, like, actual horrible views, which, again, I'm not saying Sean Penn is equivalent to Roman Polanski or something like that, but I'm just saying, there comes a certain point where it's like, do actions just not have consequences? I'm just saying. Unrelated, but I just remembered seeing David Ellison giving the slowest clap possible when one battle after another won Best Picture. David Ellison is scary. The standing ovation Polanski received when he won sends an even greater message. Hollywood was sick that day. Then why'd they vote for him? Why'd they vote? I'm sorry, like, you can't I don't think you can really justify that. It's like, why, like, that is, like, there comes a certain point where separating the art from the artist becomes very, like, at a certain point, to a certain degree, separating the art and the artist can become very irresponsible. Because again, again, look what happened with Kanye West. He said really shitty things and like really questionable things at first. No, it started off being very questionable things. And people were like, oh no, just listen to his music. Just give, like, who cares? Like, let's just pretend like it never happened. And then when he realized that there was no consequences for his actions, he just started ramping it up and ramping it up and ramping it up and ramping it up and ramping it up. And it's like, to the point where he was just doing the most insane shit to where, and at that point, no one could stop him. Like, again, there comes a certain point where like, there comes, again, at a certain point, where separating the art from the artist becomes very irresponsible, and ultimately, there's no consequences to any actions. I know it's a wild card, but I'm rooting for Train Dreams in cinematography. Not only because it is amazing work, but also the DP is from Brazil. Oh yeah, Train Dreams has some very nice cinematography. That would not be a bad cinematography winner. My pick would probably be Sinners, because I think there's just so much gorgeous, like, colorful imagery in that film. But still, Train Dreams is not a bad winner either. Do you feel differently about Michael after the newest trailer? Not really. Okay, well, a little bit differently. I mean, I am very interested in the film. I think I'm interested in seeing how it is. And I think the movie's definitely getting in for makeup, especially considering the transformation they did for Coleman Domingo. But, yeah. But no, in the grand scheme of things, probably not. Alright, so I'm going to end that poll. And it seems like, yeah, Michael B. Jordan, like, in this scenario of, if Leo wins BAFTA and Michael B. Jordan wins SAG and Sinners wins DGA, PGA, and SAG Ensemble, by a very thin margin, Michael B. Jordan edges out for the win. You guys think Michael B. Jordan would win at 56% versus Leo at 44%? One Bite Left Another should get picture. I personally prefer it over Sinners, but both are great. I disagree. I think it should go to Sinners, but I mean, hey, I'm not surprised. People really love One Bite Left Another. Penn's role in One Bite Left Another feels too sick to award, even if he's good in the film. I don't know. I don't really care about, like, if the role... I don't really care if the role is, like, a really bad... like, a really, like, disturbing character. Because, like, I mean, there's a difference between that. That's not really an issue for me. It's really just, again, Penn being transphobic, and I don't really want to support that, so, Oh, yeah, make the Mosaku and Tiana Taylor poll. That's interesting. All right. I'm just going to probably make a little... I'm probably just going to simplify it a bit. Actually, then again, Actually, I don't know. I think it's a little bit more complicated, actually. It's a little bit more complicated to make that, to make that poll, because it's like, I don't know. Who would you predict if Chalamet wins BAFTA, but Michael B. Jordan... Wait, what would you predict? Who would you predict if Chalamet wins BAFTA, but Michael B. Jordan and Sinners sweeps at SAG, one battle after another wins PGA and DGA? Then Michael B. Jordan wins the Oscar. Because again, that kind of guild sweep is really insane. And I think at that point, I probably would have to go with Michael B. Jordan. Because that is a big momentum shift. When I first watched Sinners, I preferred Mosaku over Steinfeld, but now I definitely prefer Steinfeld. I like them both very much in the film. Steinfeld's especially really fun, like especially when she like gets up and goes, "We're gonna kill every last one of you," and it's just like, oh my god, she's like a Resident Evil villain. She's so fun. Some of you are saying Chalamet still in this scenario. I don't know. Ugh. In that scenario where, like, if one battle after... Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Oh, wait. I read it wrong. Never mind. Okay. In this scenario, then yes, I would say Timothée Chalamet wins. I thought you meant, like, if Sinners won SAG and also PGA and DGA. Yeah, no, I would only predict Sinners I would only predict Michael B. Jordan to win if, like, it was very clear there was a Sinners sweep going on, but yeah, no. Even though Jacob Elordi gives my favorite performance of the supporting actors, I'd be really happy if Delroy Lindo won. He's great in Sinners. Oh yeah, same. Like, of the nominees, Jacob Elordi would be my pick, even though Adam Sandler's not in, but yeah. What is the most surprising Best Picture nomination? I'm Still Here, Tree of Life, or Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close? Easily, I'm Still Here, because those other two actually did have Best Picture precursors. Like, no one had I'm Still Here in, like, no one nominated I'm Still Here for Best Picture. Hell, I'm Still Here kind of peaked at the Golden Globes. Because, like, that was the only place where Fernando Torres was even nominated. So it's, like, easily, like, I'm Still Here is probably, like, yeah, the most shocking Best Picture nomination ever. How do you feel about, Josephine's awards chances next year? It's the only 10 out of 10 at Sundance for me. And it deserves its flowers. We'll have to see. I'm not sure if it'll end up being like a top 5 contender at the end of the day, but I don't know. We'll see. What odds would you give Ryan Coogler a DGA? I'd give him 5%. Oh, I'd probably actually give him maybe 45%. I still think, I still do think, like, PTA wins, but, I would say watch out. Like, he could end up taking it. Clayton Davis was predicting I'm Still Here. True, but to be fair, like, he makes a lot of really big calls that most of the time don't really happen. So it's like, eh. Yeah, early releases don't do well. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, but also this one seems very, like, low key a bit. 45%, that's a lot. Sinners can win Best Picture and Screenplay, but no way in hell director. Don't say no way. I mean, we all said no way to Sean Baker, because he wasn't even, like, sweeping the Critics Awards. Like, I wouldn't say there's no way. I'm not predicting him to win right now, but you can't say no way, especially with how well, like, Sinners has been doing in terms of winning directing awards. Like, it can happen. So it's like, I don't know. What are the chances that Secret Agent wins International Film Casting and Lead Actor? I think Sinners, not Sinners. I think Secret Agent is definitely not winning Casting and Lead Actor. Not happening. I don't really think so. International Film, it's possible, but at the same time, I don't know. I have a feeling that, I have a feeling that, yeah, I have a feeling that Sentimental Value might take International Film, but again, it could just be Secret Agent. Like, it's a little bit maybe more of, like, I don't know. Like it's not impossible for, like, I think it's very possible for Secret Agent to win International Feature, but Casting and Lead Actor, I don't know. What was that? Look at Sean Baker last year. What was that person thinking saying that? Well, no, what I'm saying is that we all thought Brady Corbet was winning director at DGA. Like, even if we thought, oh yeah, maybe Nora could win Best Picture, but it's not going to win DGA. And then Sean Baker won DGA. Like, that's the crazy thing. Yeah, Sentimental Value has a directing and editing nomination and no backlash, so yeah. All right, I'm going to set one more Super Chat goal, and maybe if we can hit 5. Can we get 5 Super Chats? We also don't have any, we don't have any gifted memberships yet. If that can happen, let us know. Also, I will say, in about 30, we'll probably go on for like another 30 minutes for this stream, but then after 30 minutes, we'll go on to, like, this stream will end and we'll go on for another hour for the members, because we like the exclusive members only stream. Imagine if Sentimental Value wins casting at BAFTA. It'll be pretty helpful to decipher who wins at the Oscars. Oh, I'd say it'd be very unhelpful, actually. Ugh. Yeah, Sean Baker's win came out of nowhere, so people might want to be careful saying it's obvious. Yeah. Like, here's the thing. If Ryan Coogler was just not winning anything, okay, sure. Yeah. But Ryan Coogler has more directing wins than, like, a lot of previous, like, at least in terms of the precursors, the critics groups and whatnot. Like, it's not impossible. It's really not impossible for Ryan Coogler to win. He could win. If there were only 5 Best Picture nominees, do you think we would have had a 5 out of 5 match between picture and director? At most, maybe Hamnet misses for Secret Agent, but I'm not sure. Oh yeah, no, Secret Agent was like number 9 for Best Picture. It was absolutely not going to happen. Like, no way would Secret Agent get into Best Picture in a year of 5. It is tough because, like, I don't know. Honestly, I think if there were 5 Best Picture nominees, they would have been... I actually will say Frankenstein. Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, and Sinners. You're probably wondering, what? Sentimental Value is not in there. Well, to be fair, Sentimental Value, yo, thank you, Annie Rude, for the 99 cents for the 99-cent donation. Thank you very much. And everyone, put in the blue Hannahcast heart emojis in chat. Thank you, Annie Rude. And again, if you want to support the channel, go ahead and leave a super chat or gift some memberships. But yeah, like even back in the years of 5, DGA and no, not DGA. The directing nominees and the Best Picture nominees didn't really always match up. In fact, they rarely ever matched up. But there were times where DGA matched up with the Best Picture nominees quite a bit. So I think Frankenstein probably still could have made it into Best Picture. Yeah, probably could have still made it into Best Picture. PTA has the narrative, like Scorsese and Nolan. The industry knows that this man deserves already the statue. 11 previous noms. Coogler winning screenplay is the good work prize. Okay, but here's the thing. We also all said this about David Fincher with The Social Network. We all said that. And also Richard Linklater for Boyhood. And again, had gotten quite a few nominations in the past, and this was the time to give him a nomination. No, to give him the win for Best Director. Again, I am predicting PTA. I am predicting him. But to say that there's no way Coogler could win is very misguided. There is a way. There is definitely a way this can happen, especially now. They only matched up 5 times. Oh, director and Best Picture? Yeah. If it was 5, it would be One Battle with Another, Sinners, Marty Supreme, Hamnet, and Sentimental Value. Again, I don't know. I really do feel like DGA, I do really feel like Frank, because again, it's like directing and Best Picture even back in the day when there were 5 Best Picture nominees, they didn't always match up. There was always a directing nominee that didn't get into Best Picture. The Secret Agent is very lucky the Globes have become quite international now and helping it out. Otherwise, Plemons might have gotten into lead actor and it could have missed in Best Picture. Yeah, probably. If that's the case, I think Hamnet switches for The Secret Agent. But here's the thing. Secret Agent didn't get a screenplay nomination. It only got 2 other... It only got... I just don't think that would be the case. The Secret Agent was so obviously number 9 for Best Picture. Yo, it's Red Spice. Hello, Red Spice. Hello. We're just talking about the Oscars for a bit. But yeah, no, if there were 5 Best Picture nominees... I really do not think The Secret Agent would make a lineup of 5. I don't think there's anywhere that would happen. No way. I'm with everyone saying Ryan Coogler has about a 5% chance for a DGA win. Award Expert has PTA with 95% predicting him to win. Yo! Red Spice! Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships! Everyone, send blue Hannahcast heart emojis over to Red Spice. Thank you so much! Let's see who got memberships. Varun Batra got a membership. Worlds of Wonder, Ricky Shetty, Annie Rude, and Advic Varghese. Thank you so much, Red Spice. Thanks, Red Spice. Thanks. And we got 23 minutes until we get to... until this stream ends and we get to the members-only stream. So, yeah. You cut your hair. Yeah, no, I was finally able to get to the barber. Thank you. Oh, my God. I like having, actual control over my hair, I don't like it when my hair is really long. I do like it when it's more, when it's more stable like this. So yeah, it's been great. Last year would have been Honora, The Brutalist, Conclave, Amelia Perez, and Wicked. Oh no, I actually do think that's the rare scenario where like where like a complete unknown would get in. Cause like Wicked, like it just wasn't winning anything that substantial. If Ariana Grande was maybe winning supporting actress, maybe. But then again, I don't know. It's like. But, like, a complete unknown, like, really overperformed on Oscar nomination morning. It did really, really well. So, like, even, like, I think it would be the very rare case of DGA and BAFTA and the Oscars matching up. I mean, Wicked got 10 noms, even editing. True, but to be fair, one of those 10 nominations was Best Picture. So, I don't know. I hope DGA doesn't bore us on Friday. Oh, we must. Like we must. How do I describe it? We must. What's the word I'm looking for? We must manifest a Coogler win. If PTA wins, then it's a month of the same old. To be fair, I still think even in that scenario, Sinners could still win PGA. I think that could still happen. But let's face it, if Coogler won DGA, it is unequivocally over at that point. We could just say, bye, one battle after another, bye. Wicked would tie They Shoot Horses and Don't They with 9 nominations without Best Picture. If Ryan wins, then Film Twitter goes crazy. If PTA wins DGA and Sinners wins SAG Ensemble and PGA. PTA wins DGA. PTA wins DGA. Sinners wins PGA. What happens then? Then I think Sinners wins SAG Ensemble because at that point it's like I think Sinners could win Best Picture without Best Director. But yeah. But if it's anyone else, that would be so fun. Oh. Yeah. If Ryan wins, the Film Twitter goes crazy. If it's anyone else, that would be so fun. I think it'd be even more fun if Sinners won, if Ryan Coogler won. PTA winning DGA and one battle after another winning PGA would make me the happiest. Oh, I hope so. Wait, what am I saying? No, I thought, I don't know why my mind blanked there. I'm getting possessed. I need Sinners. I don't know. If casting existed last year, then Sean Baker would have 5 Oscars. Don't give me PTSD over that. No. If Coogler wins, I will shout, plus history will be in the making. Oh, I'd be so happy. Sinners wins picture and PTA wins director. That is a possibility that could happen. When was the last time PGA awarded a film that didn't even break even at the box office? I guess technically you could say Coda, because that was a streamer film. Oh, wait. Not counting the streamer film. Oopsies. Imagine if it's Chloe Zhao who wins. That would be a big surprise if she won. Oh my god. One battle after another lost Warner Brothers money. I don't think it wins PGA. I don't know if that's exactly how they vote. Like, oh, we don't want to award flops. Like, I think it's a little bit more of a coincidence, really. But we will have to see. The 5 this year, One Battle, Sinners, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, and Sentimental Value. Again, I just don't know. Does anyone else remember Upside Down Chloe Zhao at TIFF? Yeah. At the end of the day, film business is business. A loss for the studio isn't usually celebrated. I mean, yeah, but it's also just like, I don't know. Like, things are just very different now. It's just kind of weird. Mission Impossible lost money and still got that Golden Globe Cinematic Achievement nod. True, but that's also not the industry. And also, the Golden Globe Cinematic Box Office Achievement Award thing is a joke anyway, so who cares? Do you agree with some people that Rose Byrne could win SAG? No. No, it is easily Jessie Buckley who's winning. Easily. I genuinely cannot see a world where, like, Jessie Buckley doesn't win the Oscar at this point. She is just going to win. If PGA goes for one battle after another, then it will possibly be the 4th time PGA goes for a box office flop. Ooh. Oh shit! Guys, look at this! I found some good news! Hold on, I'm gonna... Wait, I looked it up. Coda, Birdman, Hurt Locker, and The Artist were the last 4. So maybe one battle after another is Birdman. Maybe. But, yeah, maybe. I don't know, it's just weird though. But we have some good news regarding the BAFTAs, everybody! Turns out, the BAFTA Film Awards will be available for Americans to watch this year on E! Marking the first time the show will air on an American broadcast network. Let's go! We have accessibility! We have accessibility, everybody! Like, we don't have to do BritBox anymore or some shit like that. Hopefully it's live. I hope it's live. So yeah, like, I don't know. They're still kind of weird about that, but yeah. Oh, finally, thank goodness. BAFTA live stream. Yay. E. I wonder what that means for the winners. I don't think it means anything for the winners. I think what it just means, it's like, it's just, yeah, it's just more accessible for us. There's not really much to it, I think. The BAFTA Awards aren't live, I don't think. I mean, yeah, they're not that live in the UK either, but I'm trying to see if this is, like, as live. I don't know why the BAFTAs just can't air things live. Just air it live. Like, who cares? Like, the BAFTAs, like, try to be, like, so contrarian to the Oscars and to a comical degree. Hamnet could win Best Picture at the BAFTAs? I don't think so. I think one battle after another is stronger at the BAFTAs. Yes, it's not British, but also it's like there's not really a reason for BAFTA to not go for one battle after another. Because, like, they do like, wait. Yo, oh shit. Okay, I'll get to the movie guy here in a second. But it's like, they do like PTA. they did give him original screenplay for Licorice Pizza, and also, and not only that, but like they do, like the BAFTAs do like messy American politics. So I think actually One Battle might win. But still, Movie Guy, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. My God, who got a membership? Brandy Tet got a membership. Fraser Porman, Paul Borkerding, Sam Malabi, and Dalty. But yeah, everyone. Oh, but yeah, I just realized everyone put in those blue Hannahcast heart emojis for put in those blue Hannahcast heart emojis for Movie Guy and Red Spice. Thanks, Movie Guy. Thanks, Red Spice. Thanks. Oh, the E broadcast will be 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and the battles will be roughly 6 hours early, so it won't be broadcast live. All right, well, time to find alternative. Looks like it'll be up to us to find alternative means to find the British broadcast. Wink, 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 wink. I think One Battle After Another wins Best Film at BAFTA. I think Chalamet, Buckley, Skarsgård, and Taylor, due to the strength of the film, win the acting categories. But again, look out. I really do think Wunmi Masaku could win Supporting Actress. Again, she is British. She is a previous BAFTA winner. So she could win this. She could. It's awkward because if we follow Best Picture 5 with DJ lineup, then both American Fiction and Anatomy of a Fall win Screenplay without picture. I mean, yeah, but yeah, it's kind of weird, but yeah. Oh my, yeah, well, yeah, like, I don't know. It wasn't really that common back then. So it is kind of tough. So I'm not exactly sure. But again, but like, you know, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, that one original screenplay without Best Picture. So it's kind of tough. We'll have to see. I'm not sure. But my God, oh my God. Red Spice sent 10 gifted memberships. Oh my God. Kieran Curtis got a gifted membership. Dust Tarrant got a membership. Bugga got a membership. Try Easy. Was it? Strawberry. Noah Kaser. Crowleen. Arsenal fan since 1994. Jamie Isaac Choi and Zach Opart. My God, everybody, like, send Red Spice the blue Hannahcast heart emojis. Oh my God. Thank you, Red Spice. That's a lot of memberships. Like 10 gifted memberships. You're going crazy. Thank you so much for the gifted memberships, Red Spice. And thank you for supporting the channel. My God, everybody. My God. But still, like, thanks, Red Spice. Thanks. My God. This is amazing. Man, look at all these blue Hannahcast heart emojis. Everyone is just sending their support towards you, Red Spice. Thank you so much. Oh, there's a little pickle cast at the end of this. What the heck? Oh my God. And yeah, everybody, in case you don't know, if you are a member of the Hannahcast channel, then you get, oh my God, what the heck? 5 gifted memberships. Good God, Red Spice, thank you so much. Shadow of Soul got a membership. Charvy Max got a membership. The legendary movie critic got a membership. Ryan got a membership. And Miguel Fonesca got a membership. My God. Everybody demolish Red Spice with those blue Hannahcast hearts. What the heck? Thank you so much, Red Spice, for the memberships. Thanks, Red Spice. Thanks. My God. Thank you so much. God, we're getting a lot of memberships today. Jesus Christ. But yeah, I'm really, I am real, but yeah, I really do. I am really looking forward to the DGA later this week. Oh boy, I really hope they can make something happen there. Like, ooh. But yeah, oh my God, look at all these blue Hannahcast heart emojis for Red Spice. Oh my God. And again, there's the pickle. Oh my God. Have you seen Phantom of the Opera 2004? No, but I want to. Even though I think it's going to be kind of interesting because I have listened to the actual song Phantom of the Opera, which in case you guys haven't heard, like, if you want to hear a really damn good cover of that song, look up Jonathan Young's cover of that song from last year. I think it was either last year. It was within the last year or two. But like he did a really good cover of that song. But I have listened to the movie's version of that song, and man, my God, I hate saying this, but Gerard Butler can't sing. Like, sing once again with me, a strange duet. It's like, he sounds very weird. But yeah, I do need to try to see that film, though, because I am interested in Phantom of the Opera. I'm telling you, if you want to remake Phantom of the Opera, cast Jonathan Young as the Phantom and Rachel Zegler as... I forget who the woman's name is, but cast Rachel Zegler as that woman. Imagine those two doing Phantom of the Opera. Oh my God, and I think Rachel Zegler even really wants to be that character in Phantom of the Opera, so, My God, Movie Guy, thank you so much for the donation, the $5 super chat. Which is most likely to have an upset? DGA, PGA, SAG, or BAFTA? Probably PGA. Most likely, would we consider SAG Ensemble going to Sinners an upset, or are people just expecting that? That's the thing. Like, if it depends on, like, actually, let's go to Award Expert. Let's go to Award Expert. I need to pull up Award Expert on the thing here, because I need to see what people are expecting over at SAG. I need to see what people are expecting over there. But still, everybody, everyone, send Movie Guy some of those blue Hannahcast heart emojis. Oh my, send Movie Guy those blue Hannahcast heart emojis. Thanks, Movie Guy, thanks. My God. This is a really good stream, I gotta say. We got less than 4 minutes until we transition over to the members only part of the stream. But I need to look at what people are saying over with the SAG Awards, or like what people are predicting to happen over the SAG Awards. Because I think Sinners is probably likely to happen over at SAG. Okay, so people still think... Oh, but it's very close, though. Like, people are thinking... Wow, okay, let's look at... Oh, wait, Christine. Oh, that character, Christine? Catherine Day? Rachel Zegler would fit Carlotta perfectly. They're both pretentious brats. Hey, no, hey, not. We don't trash on Rachel. We don't trash Rachel Zegler here. All right, we're on Rachel Zegler. Like, I don't get no. Nope. If you came to a stream for bashing Rachel Zegler, this is not the stream for you. We very much support Rachel Zegler on the Hannahcast YouTube channel. So it's like, nope, not the place for that. But yeah, this is how close people are so I guess I want to say no, Sinners could upset, but is it really an upset if it's like this close? Because I think by the time the SAG Awards happen, people will mostly be predicting Sinners. So maybe that's not going to count as an upset. So I think maybe the most likely upset could be at PGA, where I do feel like Sinners has a good chance at upsetting. Yeah, this is much more of a case of like what could happen in terms of an upset. Yeah. Oh, wow, we got less than a minute and a half until we switch over to the members stream. And in case you guys don't know, consider becoming a member of the channel. Oh, wait, what? Okay, yeah, consider becoming a member. Yeah, consider becoming a member because you get a bunch of cool perks for only $2 a month. Emojis, badges, members-only videos, members-only shoutouts, members-only live chats, which we're about to get to here in a bit. So if you haven't become a member, do so now. Access to the members-only Discord server. So yeah. Oh my god, Movie Guy again with another super chat. My god, how many Oscars are you predicting Sinners to win? 6 or 7? I don't know. God, there's so much happening right now. Everyone, send Movie Guy your appreciation with those blue Hannahcast heart emojis. Holy crap. God, we're doing so well right now with this stream. But yeah. Yeah, oh, I'm really excited. Okay, we're about to transition over to the members only stream, everybody. If you're not a member yet, please become a member right now. Let's go.